is the Box Morph, which basically what it does is that it uses the bounding box from the original object towards the second object and transform the object that we have from one bounding box to another bounding box. So if you look at this example, what I did, and I'm going to walk through like the grasshopper things of it. I had a sphere, and what I did on this sphere, I create a bounding box around that sphere. Now I have a tower, which is like the big, like a box, and I create a bounding box because the bounding box is the same as the box itself. It's going to be the same thing. Now the morph takes that geometry. Based on the bounding box of the original geometry, it transforms into a new form based on the second bounding box. And now we're going to try to make that in this example. So let's get back to Grasshopper. And I'm going to delete everything that I have because I don't need them anymore. Zoom in here. So I'm going to go on the surfaces, and I'm going to use the primitive surfaces. What I'm looking for right now is a sphere. So I'm going to put this sphere here. Base, I'm not changing it. I'm going to keep it as is. For the size, I'm going to put 20. So I'm going to put the 20 on here. So if I go back to my Grasshopper, you see that I create this big sphere in the middle by 20 for the radius. Now we need a box, right? So let's go for a box. We're going to create the box this time out of 2 points. Points A and point B. So for the point A, we're going to keep that as 0, 0. For the point B, what I would do is this. I'm going to click here, and we didn't cover this much last time, is that I'm going to type the coordination of the second point. So I'm going to go for, let's say, 10, comma, 10, comma, this time I'm going to go 100. And then by pressing enter, you see that the point created in my Grasshopper itself. So I'm going to connect that to this one. For this part, I need the base point, so I'm going to put 0, 0, 0, and then connecting that to here. Now, if I go back here, you see that I make 0, 0, 0 for the base point, for the A point. Yeah, and then you see that I create this big tower right in the middle. Now, the rest is going to be creating that bounding box that we were looking for, right? So let's try to do that for now. Let's try to create the bounding box for the sphere itself. And then the geometry for the bounding box input will be the sphere itself. And because it's one object, we just use that per object. Now, for the second one, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to create the bounding box. I know that is different, but I'm just using that. I'm just putting it as an input. And then here, I'm using morph. So we are using the morph box, basically. So the geometry for morph box is the geometry of a sphere. This is the geometry that I want to transfer it. The first one, it says the reference. So the reference box is going to be the box that I have for my sphere. And the target is going to be the box that I create out of that big tower. Just connecting it here. Now if I go back here, if I zoom in, let me just turn off everything so we can see what we create. See that it transformed that sphere within that like a bounding box for that tower.